Hello, podcast listeners. We know podcasts are a great way to catch up on a program that you may have missed on KSJE, and it's provided as a free service of this radio station. But you know, KSJE is now listener-supported, and so while you enjoy this podcast, we hope that you'll also take some time to join KSJE. Become a member today. It's quite easy to do. Just go to our website at ksje.com/support and pick the level of support that best matches your budget. Thanks again for listening. Here's your podcast.
Now back to Studio A and the award-winning Scott Michlin Morning Program on KSJE.
An extra segment for you this morning to talk about the new information about Sunray Park and Casino in the future and its relationship with San Juan County. County Manager Mike Stark is joining me here in the studio. Good morning. Thank you for being here.
Good morning, Scott.
Great
Thanks for having us
here. You bet. Also joining us, the chair of the San Juan County Commission, Terri Fortner. Welcome
Good
back to
morning.
you.
Good to
Thank
see
you
Scott.
both for coming in on somewhat short notice because I had heard this news and like many in the community had some concerns about the idea that the State Racing Commission just recently has entertained a proposal to maybe move the license for the casino and the horse racing operation from Sunray Park in San Juan County to Clovis, New Mexico. And so my question, I guess, to both of you is, what kind of notice did you have that this was being talked about, and what are some of the next steps? Commissioner Fortner, what do you know?
Well, thank you, Scott, for letting us talk about this. It was a surprise to us. Our county manager, Mike Stark, got notice from our lobbyists that this was going to be on the Racing Commission's agenda. So we huddled together quickly, and about 5 or 6 of us went down. There was myself, Sam Gonzalez is commissioner, Senator Scher, Representative Duncan, and who am I missing? Oh, Representative Montoya.
Okay.
As well as our county manager. And we got there by 9 o'clock the next day.
At this meeting of the
Yes,
Racing
correct,
Commission.
in Albuquerque.
Right.
We went down there.
Okay. And they went through this and I guess heard this and started the ball in motion. And so there was no public comment, I guess, or no comment necessarily during that meeting?
Correct. So there was a discussion by the owner of what his plans were, and that was a presentation. But when it came to hoping that we'd have some public comment, it was not on the agenda, so we could not give our opinion about this.
Gotcha. Understood. Okay. And so I think it's important to note that the county owns the facility where the casino and the racetrack are. The fairgrounds, of course, are right next door,
Correct.
literally, and those types of things. That still would not necessarily change should this track and the Racino, as it's called, would be to move to Clovis. The county would maintain ownership of that property out there, correct?
Correct.
And the fair wouldn't change and things like
Right.
that. McGee Park wouldn't change.
Correct, exactly. Those activities would still be going on as usual.
Got it. Very good. And the county would keep that open for the community,
Yes,
I guess,
definitely.
in all the ways that it serves
There's
the
no
community.
changes there.
Got
Yes.
it. Very good.
Only improvements.
Understood. And so, Mike Stark, I guess with this then underway, the issue is, what does this mean for the people that work at Sunray Park and Casino, the horsemen and women that have horses in the races, and the people that go to the casino and things like that? The clock has started to tick, I guess, with the Racing Commission on some of the things that they are considering, I suppose.
The clock is ticking, and you mentioned the impacts to the community.
Yeah.
They would be quite large. 120 jobs, and most of those jobs have families behind them, so that's 120 families in our community that would be impacted. The loss of the racing license to Clovis means the casino would have to close because you have to have both licenses to be able to operate a racino.
Mm-hmm.
And so we wouldn't be able to backfill with another operator unless the 6th racing license, which is available at the state level, was awarded to San Juan County. And that's one of the avenues by which we're trying to advocate at the State Racing Commission
Right.
level to see something like that happen if they decide to move the license. But losing Sunray as an entertainment venue, the economic impact of having the race meets here, and just folks that come here, tourists that utilize that as a venue for different functions and group meetings, etc. We just recently had an RV rally from out of state, and I can assure you those folks are spending time in the restaurant and the casino.
Right.
It's nice to have that amenity here in San Juan County. It adds to our quality of life.
Mm-hmm.
And that's what our county commission is fighting for, is to maintain those jobs or quality of life, and to not see this license transferred to Clovis, or if it is transferred, that we're able to still maintain an operator by way of a 6 racing license and keep this entire operation running as it does today.
Got you. Understood. And so we're showing a flyer that is being sent around the community, I think. I've seen it posted on social media and things like that, kind of talking a bit about some of the impacts of the closure. There's also an email address about emailing comments, because that is how this works now with the Racing Commission, I guess, is that folks will have time to email comments. There will be a public forum in Clovis, you were telling me, sometime in December, I think is what you've said?
Correct. Yeah. So citizens have 45 days to send in comments via email. That's the only way by which to do it. So they need to, if they're interested and want to see this operation.
And that's before December 4th is the deadline
4th, that's
for those.
Correct.
Okay.
And then 15 days after that point, a public hearing, which has already been stated by the Racing Commissioner, the president of the Racing Commission, that meeting will happen, public hearing will happen in Clovis.
I got you.
And
So
that
someone
date has not been set yet.
Okay. But if someone really wanted to go and make comments in person, they could go to Clovis.
Correct.
And do that, although that seems to be a bit of a hardship for folks from this part of the state. But the email address for folks who aren't watching us on video this morning is just david.dominguez@rc.nm.gov. racingcommission.newmexico.gov. I get it. And that would be the way to get those comments to him by December 4th. Again, this information is online and being shared a lot. Mr. Stark, you mentioned that 6th gaming license, that Racino license. I guess how strong of a case do you think San Juan County would have if you had an existing facility compared to other communities that may be interested in pursuing that 6th gaming license?
Well,
if you suddenly had an opening in San Juan County.
Certainly. Well, the argument to be made is we've been a Racino since 1997. So this has been a longstanding relationship that we've had with Sunray Gaming. They recently had an ownership change to a new LLC. It's Western Gaming because of some reformatting on the ownership group. But yes, this is something that we want to see continue here. It's important to our community, and then ultimately that 6th license to us helps to maintain operations here. So it's extremely important, and we think we have a valid argument to make. We truly believe that one community's gain shouldn't be another community's loss if that license is available. And we think the Racing Commission, if they deem it, in the best interest of horse racing in New Mexico, to move this license to Clovis, that our facility, our community should not be harmed, and we should have the right to continue the longstanding relationship, the jobs, the economic impact. We should not be felt here, and we should have the opportunity to find another operator to continue operations here.
Gotcha. And you're pretty optimistic that you could find another operator that would want to move into a pre-existing facility like we have here?
We've already had interest expressed to us.
Really? Okay. All right. Very good. It would seem to me that with this change, if this change were to go through, every horse racing racino in New Mexico would be south of I-40.
Correct.
Just thinking about that off the top of my head.
Geographically, you would not have any horse racing happening north of I-40 in northern New Mexico.
That's a big part of the state. So interesting. And so from the county's standpoint, and Chairman Fortner, I mean, obviously the county commission stands in favor of keeping Sunray here and the license here for the casino and the racetrack, and working with the new ownership as it's changed at Sunray Racing to keep them in the facility. If they're not, though, the commission is supportive of the county manager's efforts to try to attract a new operator or attract that license here?
Correct. We are. We want to remain whole where we are and support our community in doing this. These families depend on this, and that is so important to our community. We all are part of this. It's a ripple effect everywhere, especially on those 120 that could be immediately impacted by this.
Right, sure. And the horsemen and the owners and the people that race horses, is there a lot of local horses that come here? I know there's a lot of other folks that maybe travel around the state to the circuit as they are able to have their live racing go on, but that's another big part of this too, is it not?
It is, and it's amazing. Something that I may not have been aware of, but as this has come about, more and more people have reached out and told about their interests and the history of it. It goes way back, and so really want to keep it here. And for our kids too, they also sponsor things like 4-H and different agricultural type things, rodeo. Been really good to our kids, so we want to make sure that continues on.
Right. Very true. Well, there's more to say about this issue, I know, from both of you and others. I appreciate you both coming in on such short notice to update me and the community about what's going on and what the county is doing and facing with some of this activities. And final thought, Mike Stark.
Yeah, Scott, I just wanted to mention that, the current lease agreement runs until September 30th of 2027. So if the Racing Commission did move the license, that lease agreement is still in existence. It's presumed that Sunray would continue to operate until then, because ultimately in Clovis they'd have to build a new track and a new casino. So none of those features exist in Clovis today. So whereas we have a great facility that occupies 92 acres that has access to 500 plus RV spots, 1,000 stables that are available to the horsemen. I mean, we've got a first-class facility here, and they'd have to build one in Clovis. And so I just want to make sure everybody's aware that this wouldn't be immediate, even if the decision was made by the Racing Commission to move the license.
To make a change.
Yeah.
Understood. Very, very good. Well, I appreciate you mentioning that. Thank you again, both of you, for coming in. We've run out of time in this short segment, but we'll have you back for a longer time when we can talk about this more in depth. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Scott.
Thank you.
Did you enjoy that podcast? We hope that you did. And if you did, share it with your friends. And if you really want to keep podcasts like this coming, please support KSJE. You can do it easily online at ksje.com.